Why, hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, the Copper Owl, bringing you a late video because I am always busy. Always freaking busy nowadays. And when I'm not busy, I'm wasting time. And when I'm not wasting time, I'm sleeping. So, anyway. So, what's this doing here? I thought gotta clean this place up. Say that and I toss it to the side. Anyway. So, today I have you the Nerf Doomlands Vagabond. And pretty much something special about this video is that this is the blaster that got me into Nerf. This one right here. I remember buying it in the store and all that. But I thought it was so cool looking that I had to get one. That's why I bought it. And the same thing with the hammer shot. And it's because it just reminded me of Gears of War. It kind of reminded me of the boom shot. I could see the shotgun type of weapon in Gears of War looking like this. Isn't there like a chainsaw bayonet? Maybe I should make some Gears of War inspired Nerf builds. Yeah. Because I think with the strife with the proper barrel and that bayonet, chainsaw bayonet, I can make a Lancer. Yeah. Well, anyway, back on topic. First, let's get to the ads. Buy my book, The Epic Cassius Crossroads, authorhouse.com and barnesandnoble.com. I got a pencil. Got a piece of lint in my mouth. I'm going to have to cut the balaclava's mouth. It's too thin. Anyway. So this got me into Nerf because I love the look. And I love this part right here. It reminded me of like a blade. And it always made me think like, oh, I'm going to paint this silver and put like little dashes of blood on it and everything, because it always like give me that idea like, hit somebody with it. But it's not a blade at all. It's just decoration and everything. And I'm like, I never painted it and all that. Like the whole painting aspect of Nerf could have started a lot earlier on, but I never painted it because I can't decide on the color scheme. I've seen these in all like gold and copper and weathered down, and like they look so good. I've seen them with browns. I've seen them all silver and everything, and it looks so good. And I seen one that was just all like magenta and gold. It looks so good. This is such a beautiful blaster for paint jobs and all that. And I'm like, I can't decide how I want it because I think everybody's done everything with this. And that was my problem. And I couldn't decide if I could paint over this either. And then it's like, and then it became harder to get and all that. And I haven't really found as many as possibly can. So probably the color scheme is going to be, I keep the barrel black. I'm going to paint it all silver with some of my copper accents. But now this blaster is becoming more and more special to me because it's essentially a revolver shotgun, but with an actual revolver shotgun would be a revolver and all that. But this kind of fixes a little bit of design problems an actual revolver shotgun would have, and they do exist, but it's like the gases hit you in the hand and all that. And there's a new one coming out from X-Shot that has a skull on it, and it's pretty much the skull gun, and it has a stock that I like. It is essentially the gun from my book. So when it comes out, I'm definitely going to buy it. I'm going to use that as the inspiration, but for right now, I'm using a Vagabond as the inspiration. So essentially, I'm going to have to create a real firearm based off the Vagabond. So yeah, that's going to be quite interesting because I was basing it off another rifle that does exist, but it does have the design flaw in it, but also has the problem where it doesn't look cool. Like it does not look cool at all. I think having this big bulky thing makes it look cool, and that's why I'm like, okay, the cool factor has to be in there. You know what I mean? if you have just a regular Glock, it's just like, okay, you got your Glock, you got your military pistol, okay? Then you get the revolver and then you get the cool factor out of it. Or then you get one of those weird World War I guns that, how does this thing even work? You get that cool factor out of it. So yeah, I'm going to have to do something with this, and I'm going to have to paint it to be like my my book gun, which I do have a template for right here. So it's going to kind of look like this. Okay, so it's most likely, I don't know if I'm going to use the acrylic paint or I am going to paint it in parts, because once I take it apart, well, no, this is definitely going to be brown down here at the bottom. This is going to be silver, and I might not use the gunmetal gray and just go with black. Yeah, because I'm going to use black as the base coating. Yeah, that's going to be it. So no gunmetal gray, it's just going to be black. Maybe I'll look at the I might look up some World War I firearms and see. But the copper elements are probably going to be like, that's where I don't know. Because that's definitely going to be silver. The front bits are going to be silver. Most likely just like you're not supposed, this is not supposed to be copper at all, but just for like the design purposes, because this thing doesn't have a lot of copper, but it's around the barrel, so there we go. It's the housing really, but anyway. So the review, I don't actually have the chart here because this blaster is a very skippable blaster. It's bad. No, it fires normally, but I think this one's a lemon. And it does have slam fire, but it's kind of finicky. As you can see, I do have a second one where the slam fire works. There's only one problem, and it also is why I haven't started painting this thing. It's because my second one not only looks nicer, this is how I know this one's mine. For some reason, it's black on the grip. This one's gray. I don't know why it's like that. I remember having this one for a long time, and I thought, did somebody paint over this other one? Nope. Apparently, they do come into different colors, and I don't know why. So, yeah, it can't hold the Mega Darts. It has a very low ammo capacity of 6. It has a pretty bad tactical rail because it has this right here. So really all you could use with it is the extra ammo holder, but because of its shape, you can't really use the adapter either. It has no stock, so you can't put on. You can get a 3D printed one, but it looks awkward because this grip is awkward. It's not uncomfortable, except for these little ridges right here. I think that's uncomfortable. Because it has this type of stock as well, it's kind of, it feels old school. It's a cool feeling blaster when you wield it, because it kind of reminds me of that blaster, that episode of the Powerpuff Girls where they team up with Major Glory. Didn't like that episode that much, but the bad guy, he had this this club that was also like a shotgun. And all that. So the grip is pretty wide, has those ridges, so it is an uncomfortable grip. This is a bit too back. It's a little forward. The X-Shot is going to have the same problem too. And it's not practical because of how it's designed like this. If it was a little bit shorter, like right here, it would be more practical, but it wouldn't have that cool look to it. Or if this was a little higher, yeah, it'd be more better. Not that. So yeah, it's just it's kind of sad that it's like this, because it's just so cool. And painting it all black, no one's gonna think it's there. Maybe no one's gonna think. That's another thing. It kind of has a interesting silhouette to it. So yeah, this is just very skippable. I understand a lot of people say it's a bad blaster. It is a bad blaster. Okay, it only holds 6 shots. It's a cool looking blaster. It's a good blaster for cosplay. other than that, it's not practical at all. Other than it also is big. A lot of times the Goodwills tend to put high prices on these things. That is bad. And its Slamfire gimmick is finicky. So, honestly, if you're going to get a pump action blaster with Slamfire, there are way better options. Pulling on one out right now. Like the Stego blaster has more, it's better because it just has more ammo capacity. Is mine broken? Oh, no. That's weird. What's going on? Though it doesn't have Slamfire. I haven't messed with this thing in a while. Let me see if this is actually working. Oh, yeah, it works. Okay. So, this has more ammo capacity. It has the benefit of being a dinosaur blaster, too. And then you have any magazine blaster is just better than the pump action one. I don't have any near me. Oh, wait, I do have this one. Yeah, you got this guy right here. Which has its freaking crazy ammo capacity. Hell, even the Spectre. You get the bonus of putting on attachments on this thing. And all that. And you don't get Slamfire out of it. But you get one less shot. And the modification for this thing is kind of cool. So you can use half darts. And everything. And again, this thing came out in the same series as you got like the 8-shot revolver blast. I forgot what it was called. I think the Judge. Or the Judge was the big one. So even as a shotgun, this thing isn't that good. So yeah. Very sad. It might be able to take a half dart kind of thing. That might be cool. It might be... If you could get like a strong enough spring... And maybe like a strong enough plunger. And you could close this off. You could possibly fit down a bunch of darts. You know what, let's do this as a little bit of an experiment. This is dumb. It's not going to work. But you could fit... What is it? 3 darts in this thing. No, you can't. Several half darts. See if we can get it. It doesn't seem to be enough space in the top. Okay, there is enough space in the top. Let's see what happens. Okay, this thing could be cool. If you could close it up and all that, get rid of the air restrictors. We could possibly, with science, create a shotgun. But other than that, it's a pretty cool looking blaster, but it's not worth the time. Which is so sad because it's the one that got me into it. So yeah. Oh. Thank you. Okay, and I apologize again for being late. It's just I'm so busy. So expect this more often. You might just get a video on Sunday and that's it. And I'm going to try to get more videos out to you like for Saturday. But yeah, I do have an important video coming up too. So keep that in mind. Okay, well, thank you all very much. You all have a nice day. Bye-bye.